Credit cards, are they helping your families or are they hurting your finances? A lot of people use credit cards all the time, but not fully understand how they really works. And that little lack of understanding can cost you thousands of dollars in interest, fees, and stress. So stay tuned as we discover the real hidden agenda of credit cards and how you can beat the system. Welcome back to Family Finance Made Easy podcast, the podcast where we break down money topics into simple, practical ways that every family can use. I am your host. My name is Patience Naa Odarkai Adjei, a financial professional here to help you make some smart financial decisions. Now, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Family Finance Made Easy. Now, this is a new season. We are starting a new season and it's going to be about credit cards. We are going to dive deep about credit cards and what the banks doesn't want you to know about these kind of things. And so stay tuned and let's discover these things. Please subscribe to the channel so you do not miss any episode at all. Now, in today's topic, we are going to start with the basic understanding of credit cards. Let's get started. Now, what exactly is credit card? Now, you have to understand that a credit card is actually a borrowed money. It's not your money. You are taking a short-term loan from the bank. Basically, the bank is agreeing to pay the purchase for you, and then you are also agreeing to pay the banks once you got your money. Okay, now if you pay it on time, you're good. But if you don't, that's where the interest comes in. Now, let's talk about the interest aspect of credit cards because this is where most families lose money the most. Now, if you don't pay your full balance by the due date, now the bank will be charging you between 18 to 30%, or some banks are even going as high as 35% of interest on the item you bought. So let's say you purchased an item for $1,000 and you decide to pay the minimum payment every single month. Basically, what you are getting yourself into, you could end up paying double what you borrowed or even sometimes more than that. Now, let's talk about the minimum payment. Now, you have to understand that the minimum payment, although sometimes it's very small, manageable, and, affordable, sometimes it looks helpful. But the trap with that is that as you are paying the minimum payment, your interest is growing higher. You are staying in debt longer, and it slows down your financial progress. So always think about paying your full balance rather than thinking about the minimum payment that they think, or it looks like they are trying to help you. Now, let's talk about how credit cards affect your credit score. Now, credit cards ain't all that bad if you know how to manage it. They affect your credit score in two major ways. Payment history, which is, are you making your payments on time? And secondly, credit utilization. How much of your limits are you using? And with this, now always keep your usage below 30% and always pay on time. If you do this consistently, your credit score is going to improve. Now, do not let anybody trick you into paying money to fix your credit when you can actually gradually progress with it. Now, like I said, credit cards are not always that bad if you know how to use it correctly. Credit cards can actually be useful if you actually use it correctly. It can help build your credit score, like I said, also be able to handle like short-term cash flow and also earn rewards if you are disciplined. Now, the key word is being discipline. Most of the time, people think they can be disciplined with credit cards and they end up being trapped and end up in credit card debt. That's what you want to avoid. If you cannot be disciplined, if you don't understand how they work, don't get yourself into the credit card debt because they grow on compound interest. Now, here are the common mistakes that people usually make when it comes to credit cards. Using their credit card to fund a lifestyle that they cannot afford. Most of the time, people will use their credit card to buy things that they don't need to impress people who really do not care in the first place, and they end up struggling in debt. Please avoid using your credit card to buy the lifestyle that you cannot afford. 2, carrying balances month to month. The more you carry balances month to month, the more interest you are being charged month to month. Ignoring the interest rate. More people don't even know the interest rate on their credit cards. You need to know the interest rate on your credit card. And first of all, make sure that you are not being charged interest by not carrying balance over. And also opening too many cards. Please. Stop opening too many credit cards. It gets confusing. You end up forgetting which ones you have balances on and not being able to track it. And also not tracking the spending on the credit card. Please track your spending. Know how much you spent on it and know if you can actually pay it off by the end of the month. As we go through this season, I'm going to show you all the tricks when it comes to credit cards. So make sure you are subscribing to the channel. Okay, so now let's be honest. When it comes to credit card, it's one of the easiest way to look financially okay while struggling behind the scene, because you are able to use it even when you don't have money in your account. You don't feel the pain immediately when you swipe your credit card, but over time, the interest builds, the stress grows, and your options shrinks. But the good news is, with the right knowledge, you can take control. So please, let's get some knowledge on this credit cards and be able to control it instead of the credit cards controlling us. So now let's face the fact. The credit cards are not the enemies here, but the misuse of the credit cards are the enemies here. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. My name once again is Patience Naa Odarkai Adjei. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share with families and friends so that we can fully take control of our credit cards. And also don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more tricks, understanding when it comes to credit cards. Until the next episode, make sure you spend your money wisely.